Introverted Feeling, FI, Part 2, the Shadow Stack. In the previous video, we went through FI being in the top 4 functions. In this video, we're going to hit 5, 6, 7, and 8. If your FI fits into any of these categories, then you are one of 2 personalities per quadrant. I'll explain it as we go. Keep it simple. If your FI is in your 5th slot, meaning your brain sees this as an optional function, again, FI being how you feel about things. Everybody has emotion, but we're talking about like this introverted feeling that you listen to. To you, if it's kind of like a flip of the coin, I could be right, I could be wrong on my feeling, but if you use that feeling correctly, or if you use that feeling at all, it helps you, it benefits you. It goes to your gain. You don't get stepped on by other people's feelings. The opposite of FI is FE. You see how it's a spectrum. And if this scenario is the case for your 5th slot, if you're an FI 5, you're called an ESFJ or an ENFJ because your dominant thing is to help other people. That's why your inner feelings become secondary. I hope that kind of explains it. Okay, still not you? You're not that one? Then let's push to FI 6, the 6th category, the FI Critic. Ooh, these guys are so hard on themselves. They're critical of their own feelings. They turn on themselves when stuff hits the fan. Can you guess, if you've been following this channel for a while, who I'm talking about? That's right, the ever so popular INFJ and the ISFJ. FI Critics, the 6th one. Still not you? All right, guys, here we go. FI Blind Spot. Or Trickster, the 7th function. This one is the worst. It's maybe touchy for some people, but here we go. Somebody who has FI blind doesn't really, find it a bad thing to lie, per se. If you can smudge the truth, if you can smudge the story just enough to kind of get the information across and make something happen, then who cares if, you told the truth and your feelings are involved or not? Your feelings don't really matter, right? You're kind of blind to the idea of its usefulness. Not as the other mentions before. This one is blind, meaning you think you're good at it, but you're really not as good as you think you are. That's why it's called blind. Like it's there in your blind spot, but you don't know if it's there or not. Whew, it's a tricky function, but the ones who fall into this are ESTP and ENTP. If that's still not you, then we have one more slot to go. FI Demon. The 8th one, the ultimate ending. Things hit the freaking wall. These guys are highly, highly logical. Like facts and hard freaking solid stuff is their thing. They also like abstract as well. I'm talking about hard facts, either abstract or physical. Logical people. This is when their own feelings, their own emotions finally become evident. And when they do, they hit hard. FI Demon. Holy cram doodles. These guys probably still won't apologize to you though. They're the ones that kind of have that grouchy stereotype. Or they can be. They're nice people. Everybody can be nice. But to have an FI Demon is, oof, that's a tough function. You probably guessed it, the only 2 personalities that are left are the ISTP and the INTP. That was part 2 for the FI Shadow Stack. If you want to see the upper stack, check out the previous video. But where does your FI fall?